Hello. Welcome back, beautifuls. I'm going to do a weekly reading from today's the 31st, but this is going to be for the 1st to the 7th of January, or the first week of January, let's just say. Yeah. So this one's only available in my second tier, so congratulations, and third tier. Okay. So, dragon card that fell out is the orange dragon. Bring soul families and communities together. Spread belonging, warmth and oneness. Bring people everywhere together. So this card's really talking about bringing people together. So maybe you're having a party, you're having celebrations. I mean, it will be New Year's. It's New Year's Eve today. It'll be New Year's Day. And, you know, a lot of people take time off work this time of year and having, you know, get-togethers and things like that. So yeah, it's time to maybe spread that sense of belonging. People are really needing those get-togethers to feel normal again, to feel connected to each other. And, you know, perhaps I'm getting that there might be someone around that you think's alone at this time of year, or maybe hasn't had a lot of connections with people. Maybe their family's away. Maybe you could offer to have them come over and be a part of your party or your get together. Or, you know, even if you're just at home and you're by yourself and not having parties, but perhaps you could invite someone around for a coffee, a catch up, maybe give someone a call that you haven't talked to in a long time. Just see how they're going, reach out. I'm really feeling that need to be connected is not just on an individual level, but on a community level. So there's a lot of people doing it tough right now. And I feel that, you know, you can really do a simple thing in just picking up a phone or messaging someone and saying, hey, how are you going? What are you doing? Hope all is well, kind of thing. So sometimes that kind of thing can just really play a huge difference in someone's general demeanor and day. So looking out for our community. Big theme of this year, massive theme, and it's come up in January's reading as well, and now it's coming up in this week's reading. So it's really important. They're not wasting time, the spirit world. We are needing to build that community from day one. So, you know, and just do it in little ways that you know how, but, you know, really starting to build that community around you and the people around you, reaching out to them and offering help if they need it. But not giving, you know, over too much of yourself, but just, you know, simple things that you can do. And that just might be a text to say, hey, how you going? I was checking up on you, kind of thing. So, yeah. Anyway, what else is coming up for the first week of January 2022? Artist. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every area of your life. Now is the time to be creative with what you do. You might want to create something. The first year of January, the first year of a new year, of course it's about creating. What do you want to bring in this year? What is important to you? Maybe it's time to set out that vision board if that's what you do. Maybe it's time to envisage your higher self and those higher goals and what you want to achieve. Doing a simple visualization in meditation can really help set you on a path of getting to what it is that you want to bring in this year. So maybe it's time to sit down and work out what it is that's important to you and get some clarity around that for this year, what you want to achieve. Okay, and then bringing in that creativeness. Okay, so whether it is doing that, whether it's creating some music, whether it's just singing a song that you might make up or toning, but, you know, looking for creative ways perhaps of achieving what you want to do. But this week is all about creating and what you want to bring forward into this year. So now is the foundation stone. You cannot get the start of anything. This is it. This is the most important stone of the year, really. It's all about what you want to build into the future for this year. So, yeah, it doesn't mean, you might want to go out and paint and do something creative, but it's really about creating the future you want. Okay, what do you want? But it's starting now, and, you know, it might be drawing and coloring in while you think about what it is you want to bring in and achieve. So, yeah, just looking into that and seeing what it is that you want to bring into this year. Okay, so 2 cards just came out. They're prayer cards. The first one's perfectionism, and it says, permission to make mistakes is so freeing. It's the root of creativity and change. Allow me, divine, to make as many mistakes as I need. Free me from the prison of perfectionism. So this card is beautiful. It's a beautiful prayer. It's from Tosha Silver, this deck, I'm pretty sure. And it's about, it's okay. We get to make mistakes, and that's how we learn. And actually, sometimes mistakes are what guide us onto the right path. So permission to make mistakes is so freeing, and it is. It's not a bad thing. When we make mistakes, it's actually a good thing, because it can save us from doing something that maybe wasn't aligned to us. And it can also put us onto the path of what we should do. Sorry, my cat. Yeah, and mistakes can bring in people that we might not have met or come into alignment with. And mistakes can also, help us learn. So they're not a bad thing. The second card is solitude. And it says, once you embrace the inner divine and your own sacred solitude, the right people arrive at the right time, exactly on schedule, without forcing or chasing. This fits perfectly to me, the essence of it, into what I was trying to say or saying before. A lot of us have spent a lot of alone time this year, and for a lot of people that's been a very scary thing, but a lot of others it's been a very beautiful thing. It's allowed us to come into a real alignment with ourselves, a knowledge of who we are, knowledge of what we want and what to bring forward. So but what I'm being guided to say is that when everyone sort of frees up and runs out and can go out into the world, there might be this desire to sort of be like the Cookie Monster and gobble up all the experiences that you want and all the people, and get out of the solitude and go and be part of everyone again. And they're sort of saying to hold back a little bit, okay? The temptation might be to go out and run out, and it's safe to do so. But without forcing or chasing is the most important sentence. So we're really being asked to sit back and listen to our own intuition, our own divine knowledge and guidance, and do things that are in alignment with ourselves, not just go out willy-nilly and consume everything around us. But we're really being guided to think about what's important to us. What do we want to spend our energy on? Where do we want to go? Who do we want to interact with? Whose energy do we want to be around ours? That kind of thing. So you're really being guided to embrace your inner divine, and know that you're going to not be out there all the time, and you shouldn't be out there all the time. There is a sacredness in solitude. There is a sacredness in knowing yourself. There is a sacredness in honoring yourself, and we must do that now. And hopefully you've learnt to do that a little bit, and it's about continuing that, not just going out and forgetting all of those lessons that you've learnt in the last couple of years. It's about really honouring what it is you are, what it is you want, what it is you desire, and what it is you want to create for your life. And so sitting in that solitude and waiting for divine inspiration, it will tell you when to go and get the groceries, or when to do this and when to do that. And you will know. It's about taking that time to really reflect, I think, on a lot of things at the moment. Do we really need to go out and go to 10 parties this week or interact with all these people? Or is it more beneficial to maybe sit at home and see which one we really desire to go to? That kind of thing. So anyway. And then Cherishing self, I accept and love myself. Yeah. It is so about cherishing ourselves at the moment. And like I said, we've been taught to forget about ourselves. Well, kind of, and not. Commercialism has really focused on the selfish needs of ourselves. And in it, we've forgotten our true self and our true identity, the person that we really are at the core, the person we've been for the last millennia in past lives. And we've forgotten that. We've forgotten our ancestral lines and who we belong to and that strength of connection. And so we've really been asked to turn this tide on the new age of Aquarius in cherishing yourself. And while it's not about being selfish and consuming what we want, it's about cherishing ourselves in the knowledge of where we are placed with everyone around us. Yeah, and this is the second card, listening with your heart. I trust the messages I receive with my heart. And it's all about this. If you can do this week and really trust your heart and listen to your heart and what it is you want to do, what it is your heart is desiring you bring forward into this world. What is it? And if you can really follow that through this week, you're going to set yourself up for a phenomenal year and phenomenal lifetime. It's really a change. I feel such a change in the whole world and the whole feelings of things now. And there's this really learning to listen to your heart and live from it. It's a really powerful place. So this is what we're being asked and called to do right now, is to listen with our heart. Listen to your heart. Trust your messages. Okay? They will guide you on the right path. So yeah, I think that's the end of this reading. Oh no, there's one here. Oh, and that one came out. The Eagle King, the big picture, angelic help. Yeah. It's about the big picture, and the angels are here to help us, but it's about seeing the whole. And I couldn't pick a perfect card, actually. That is about seeing the whole community, like I've been saying, and ourselves within that. It's about the role we play in the world. Oh my gosh, I'm getting goosebumps. What role, what legacy do we want to bring into this world? What is it that we want to leave? What footprint? What is our sovereignty? What is our truth? Those are all questions you need to ask yourself right now if you haven't already been doing so. And if you haven't, don't stress. It's not like you need to panic about this. It is really all about listening and taking that time to let your heart guide you and to think about what it is that you want to do in this world. And it's not just about buying a car, going on a holiday, buying a house, doing this or that, you know, buying the latest shoes or the latest handbag. It's really about what is your place in this world and what legacy do you want to leave behind? What do you want to contribute to this world? What do you want to bring forward into this world? And hopefully it's a lot more love and a lot more kindness and a lot more strength and sense of self and just being authentic with who you are. And we have the angels here helping us. And I feel that there has been a massive shift. But the Eagle King is all about seeing ourselves within that greater whole as well, seeing the big picture. And it's really time to reflect on what it is that we want from our lives and what's important to us and what we want to bring forward. And you don't have to have all the answers right now. That's not the point. I guess the point more is about aligning yourself to what feels right for you. So, you know, do you really want to go back to that job, or would you rather look for something that's maybe more aligned to what you are? Could you cut back a day and focus on something else in your life? You know, do you want to go and spend $50 on a new dress, or would you rather give that to a charity or someone in need? That kind of thing, I think, is what we're really being called to do, to take care of our community and ourselves and within that community by listening and being honest and truthful to ourselves and authentic, and really being that pillar of light for everyone else. I think society, like I've been saying, has really been around and focused on the self and what we can do for ourselves, or a lot of people have been, the majority. And we can't be ourselves without the whole. And I think we really need to step back and look at that. And so if the whole collective is sort of down here, we can't maintain this. And so then how can we help the whole to maybe rise up a bit more? And then that will help us maintain this, you know what I mean? And it will also help guide those up. So it's not about lowering ourselves, not that we are all lower and higher. But that was just a metaphor I was trying to use, a visualization, I guess. But it's kind of about being the collective together, okay, and helping each other. You know, that sort of image is coming to my head where we're running a race and someone trips over and you go back and you help them and you lift them up and you go together, that kind of thing. Yeah. But, you know, obviously not to take on too much that overextends yourself. This is why we're being really called in to hone our own intuition and listen to what it is that's true for us. And, you know, it might just be buying someone a cup of coffee that can't afford it. It might be, like I said before, listening to someone who needs to have just felt heard. So yeah, seeing yourself in the big picture and seeing the big picture of your own life, and knowing and holding that vision, but knowing that you're not going to get there without the help of others either. So yeah, it's kind of like a together, but an us as well. So it's knowing your own path, but then also looking at what's going on around you. So I hope that makes sense. I'm just being called to, like, on the whole of everyone, just clear our energy fields and just clear those old ties, clear those old binds and those old ways and wants of being that no longer serve us. And so we're just clearing that now so that we can step forward and be who we are, and to able to listen with love and truth to our true inner selves and bring our sovereignty forward. Okay? Yeah, so we're just clearing away anything that does not serve us anymore. Cutting those ties, letting that behind, letting those old ways going now, those old beliefs, all falling away to be replaced by beautiful love. Thank you. Thank you for being here. What a wonderful week. Look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.